going to do a quick video on Pitstop and show a couple of the features that we can start using when applicable. First of all, I want to actually mount Pitstop hot folders, and the way you do that, I sent an email on it, is you use this IP address here, and then the name is prepress, and the password is capital CE and 1234. This gives you the hot folders volume and the PDF out volume. Okay, so if we look here at the Pitstop server hot folders, these are all the different actions that are available to us. A lot of these, actually most of these, came from New Jersey. I'm still working on developing a couple for our purposes here, but some of this stuff doesn't really apply to what we're doing here, specific for New Jersey. But some stuff we can use, like the low-res hot folder. There's 3 different DPI low-res folders, as well as 72 white ink 0 low-res, so that'll delete the white ink from your files. I find that it's only working for vector graphics and not so much for bitmap. So I think I mentioned that to everyone, developing one that will take away the white ink from a Photoshop file. There is also this folder here called a single action hot folder. This does not give you a low-res PDF, but it gives you the same size PDF that you put into it. But there's different things you can do here, like a bleed, single action black ink only. I've used that one where I had 100K from the client supplied PDF, and it turns it into 4-color black. And then there's a bunch of other different ones here. Feel free to play with them in your downtime. But again, as I stressed in the meetings, we should not be using these as shortcuts or to cut corners on files. We should always go back to the native files, correct them, and then issue a new PDF. So let's actually do one using one of the, let's try the low-res PDF one. So I'm going to take this image here. That's the PDF, and I'm going to drag it into let's do a 36 ppi. All you do is drag and drop it in, and then it goes ahead and performs the action. It could take a few minutes. I don't know really the time that it takes, but while you're doing this, you don't obviously need to just sit here and look at the screen. You can do other things, go about your other work that's on your on tap. Let's look at another one for let's see. I had one where I wanted to show the 100K converts to the 4-color K. This was a job that I encountered the other day. This was the client file, supplies a PDF, no fonts, no nothing, so I don't want to bring it into Illustrator if I don't have to. And the reason I'm saying that is because if you look here on the PDF and you look at your output preview, you can see it's only 100 black. So that needs to be changed to rich black. So instead of, this is an ideal situation, instead of actually opening this in Illustrator and potentially realizing that there are font issues, I am just going to take this and drag it into, that's not the right folder, a single action hot folder. HF is for hot folder, and put it into black ink only. So let's do that. Let's see. So that seems to have gone already, my 36 PPI low res. So what we can do is now you go to your PDF out folder. So it goes into the hot folder and then it comes out of the PDF out folder. So when we look in here, there's all these folders. I'm not sure what these are. I think I can just get rid of those. They're probably test. And then look into the low res, excuse me, PDF out, and you'll see it is now prefixed by the action name, in this case 36 PPI low res, and that's the same file that we were looking at earlier. And instead of I believe it was like a 45 megabyte file, now it's a 683K file, and comes in with the cut contour and everything. We can use this for emailing purposes if we needed to. We would drop this back into a folder on the RAID from the original job and maybe just put it into the PDF folder, into a confirming PDF subfolder where we would send it to the client or have the PM send it to the client. Let's see if we can find that other one. It would be in here. So here's my 100K. Let's see if it worked. It does. This one is prefixed by a lowercase r and a capital K, which means rich black. So let's open up that PDF and see if the action actually took place. So now we can look at the black and we can see that it's a rich black. So that came in handy the other day because you do not have to rip this into Illustrator to change out the blacks, or potentially rasterize it in Photoshop to change out the blacks. Again, we want to keep the integrity of the native file as much as possible, and in this case the client only supplied a PDF. So this worked. I then took this and I dragged it into the modified art folder under this job number right here, and then I created a folder for inkjet and InDesign, where I just took the image, the PDF, dropped it into that InDesign document here, and then created a new PDF with the Grackle setting. So that's pretty much it for this quick video. You guys can, like I said, play around with the PDF Pitstop hot folders, and don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen instantaneously when you're dragging a folder or a file into one of these. It does take some time, but it could be beneficial if you have a bunch of high-res PDFs and you just want to drag and drop a bunch of them into one of the low-res PDF folders and go about doing some other work. Any questions on this? You can see me, and like I said, I'm still doing some R&D on other types of actions, and hopefully in a couple of weeks or sooner I'll have one that will delete the white ink from a bitmap file so that we can print our Epson from that, and it'll be a low-res version. Okay, thank you.